A super biased AD Carries League of Legends patch notes for patch 8.6, in which case you hated AD Carries so much, Assassins are now back. So we're going to talk about some Duskblade changes, the champions affected by those changes, changes to champions in general, as well as in the rest of the patch notes, as well as the new Booty Misfortune skin. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Duskblade makes it a bit too hard to balance the worst class in the game, yes, Assassins. So, Night Stalker's damage is decreased and equalized between range and melee champions. Melee basic attacks instantly kill wards disabled by Duskblade, and Blackout won't trigger Red Sweeper. Graves. Brother Tombstone's been struggling lately with the tank junglers running around, so his attack damage growth is going from 2.41 to 3, and his magic resist growth is going from 0.5 to 1. On his W, Smokescreen, the wind-up is going down from a quarter second to 0.15 seconds, and the lights out vision reduction now applies more quickly. Now maybe he can dig more of his namesake more often. Sasuke Uchiha is getting some changes to his W and R. On his W, Blade's Reach, the ratio is going from 1.2 to 1.3 bonus attack damage. On his R, Umbral Trespass, the ratio is going from 1.5 bonus attack damage to 1.75 bonus attack damage. Kha'Zix. The literal reason why true invisibility is a terrible mechanic in this game. His Q-based damage is going down, the ratio is being increased. The bonus damage versus isolated targets is also being increased, while the W bonus damage to monsters is being removed. Misfortune. Obviously with a new skin comes a buff, even if it's very minor, so the attack damage growth on her is going from 1 to 2. That's it. Nocturne. I never miss when this champion is not meta, because when he is meta, he never misses me with his ultimate. On his R, Paranoia, the base damage is going from 150, 250, and 350 to 150, 275, and 400. The ratio is going from 1.2 bonus attack damage to 1.5 bonus attack damage. The stuff of literal nightmares. Rengar. Q damage ratio increased. E damage ratio increased. R damage ratio increased. Everything about this champion's damage increased, so have fun hitting the ban list even with several Q and E bug fixes. Shaco. Q now grants Shaco's next basic attack bonus physical damage. His Q Deceive. Just like Riot's trying to deceive Shaco mains, this is a meaningful buff. Talon. Mr. Jump City Seattle himself is getting some changes. The passive damage now continues scaling after level 11 until level 18, and the R ratio is being increased. Wukong. Attack damage growth increased. Q ratio increased at later ranks. Maybe that'll increase the amount of times I see him in my games right now, which is literally 0. Zed. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Zed leapt in your backline and took it out. No? Probably because like a true ninja, Zed's been invisible and he's been gone for a while, so now they're making some changes to possibly bring him back. The Q damage to targets beyond the first is decreased, but landing multiple shurikens at the same target no longer deals reduced damage. R's damage amplification is increased at later ranks. Have fun, just... Oh, did I cut out? That's because I got death marking gray screen. Kaisa. Her attack range is going from 500 to 525. Her passive and Q ability power ratios are increased. Her Q range is increased. Her W ability power ratio is decreased. Her E cast time is also decreased. Her E movement speed is also increased, and her R radius has also been increased. Go bless the rains in Encathia. Lee Sin. Passive energy return increased at later levels. Q range increased. R base damage also increased. It must be nice playing a champion that Riot babies. Seriously, Jinx's minigun was weak for 3 years until they finally buffed it this season. But you guys can't go a single patch without complaining about losing ward hopping. Maybe if your champion's entire kit is based on ward hopping, your champion is a problem. Lucian. W base damage increased. R damage ratio increased. Don't know what these are supposed to solve because no one maxes W even comes close on Lucian, unless you're playing AP Lucian, which is off meta. But I guess nowadays playing Lucian in the bottom lane is pretty much like off meta as well. Quinn. Base attack damage decreased, attack damage growth increased, many bug fixes and quality of life changes that might make her fly into my games. Like Wukong, I just don't see her. Rakonda. Q and R damage ratios increased to make him a bit better of a support with other marksmen not named Xayah. Xayah. Xayah and Rakan's basic attacks no longer trigger feathers on each other's deadly plumage, because right now Xayah is actually probably one of the most balanced AD carries since release. Shurelia's is now coming back, and it grants users and nearby allies 40% movement speed for 3 seconds for a 60-second cooldown, when you support but you and your squad want to go in. Abysmal Mass is getting some changes, whereas Aurora will be decreased, but its potency will be increased, so that way mid laners can stop buying this as a first item and still being super effective. When it comes to Sereth's Embrace, the shield mana ratio is decreased and the shield duration is also being decreased. Deadman's Plate Slow is now magic damage instead of physical. Momentum generation has also been tweaked. Rage Blade is getting a bit of a rework. The cost is decreased, the attack damage and ability power is decreased, the base magic damage on hit is decreased, and a ratio is added. The physical damage on hit is now added. Stack bonuses now scale with stats and other sources. So in other words, you don't want to rush this item anymore, you want to build this more as a second or third item. When it comes to the Hextech GOP, the cost is decreased because the item is still a bit too weak. Static Shift's energized proc damage decreased at higher levels. Lightning no longer deals bonus damage to minions, and Rapid Fire Cannon's energized proc damage has been increased. When it comes to Ignite, its damage is increased, going from 70 to 410 at levels 1 through 18 to 80 to 505 at levels 1 through 18. When it comes to Heal, the cooldown is being increased from 240 seconds to 270 seconds, almost the same cooldown as Flash. Riot, please. Now I guess I'm gonna play Ignite Jinx, it's fine. There is a new rune called Conqueror, in which case after 4 seconds in combat, your first attack against the enemy champion grants you 10 to 35 attack damage, based on level for 3 seconds, and converts 20% of your damage to champions to true damage. Melee only, damaging enemy champions refreshes this buff. Bone Plating's duration is going from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. There's also a new rune called a name I honestly can't say, but you start the game with additional 60 health. When you get 4 takedowns, consume that health and gain an adaptive bonus of 9 attack damage or 15 ability power. So that way bruisers can be a bit beefier early but also still carry later. Remove our Iron Skin and Mirror Shell, and also some rune selection upgrade changes that have been tweaked a bit. When it comes to the Twisted Tree line, there are some changes that mainly resolve to Bandit passive being removed, movement speed added to Ancient Coin line of items, and some gold tweaks. One for All is coming back, but honestly no one cares. It's not one of the modes they wanted back. When it comes to Honor, if you're dishonorable, it's now easier to get back to level 2. With voice chat later this patch, your party won't ignore your cries for help anymore because they'll actually be able to hear you in voice chat. Combine that with some bug fixes, a new Hextech Alistair skin, Pizza Delivery Sivir skin, which might be new waifu material, because look at that pizza, and a Berdio Galio skin, chromas for those skins, as well as Renekton and Pogma, and the new emotes to go along with that, and finally, of course, the new Booty Gun Goddess Misfortune skin. And you have yourself a completed patch notes for patch 8.6 of League of Legends, as told by a super biased AD carry who thinks every change in the game is out to get them. Furthermore, make sure to go check out other patch notes by people like Freak and Skara for more analytical and serious take on these patch notes, as this was a parody. But thank you so much for watching this video if you did. I appreciate the support, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and that's all for this video. I don't know which video will be next, this life be quite a mess. So until this time, take care, from the Fire God FS. Thank you for watching.